I started to realise everything was wrong when I was sat down watching a kids' TV show, and next thing I know, I was on the ground with dribble running down my face, and I was just extremely confused. Paramedics took me to hospital to get me checked over, and that's where they found out that it was a type of tumour. They didn't know how long it's been there. They didn't know if that was directly related to what was causing my seizures, or that just happened to be there as well as me having my seizures. They deemed it too unnecessary and dangerous to try and operate to remove it because it was too close to my brainstem and behind all the brain tissue. MRIs, they worried me. I was going from a normal teenage kid about 14 who was going from just watching TV, playing video games, going to school, to being put into an MRI machine, listening to sounds going into your ear and try and sit as still as you can, and also be injected with a chemical. And at the time, I had a massive fear of needles. So I think I was too young to kind of comprehend what exactly was going on. Just more shock and worry more than any other emotion. Not really sure how my life would change. Would it change dramatically and drastically, or would it just be like it was before? Would this be my life now? Would I just be strapped down to a machine every 3 months with injections into my arm? Compared to my life before, this just felt unnatural. My worst fear was just not being able to live a normal life again, not being able to go outside without fears of collapsing, be able to not have a fear of lifts, elevators, or stairs, to apply for a driving license, to do what most other people can do. Told my family was in complete shock and they're crying. My parents ended up telling my brother, and he was worried about me as well and was wondering what was going on. Because of the location of where it is, it can cause extreme headaches, which no amount of paracetamol or ibuprofen can help with. After I got over my fear, I started becoming fascinated. He told me to look at my hands, look at my pinky finger, and look at the nail of my pinky finger, and then he says that's how big my tumour is. When you look at your hands, it's kind of reassuring because you're like, that's really small. My tumour hasn't grown. All my records have said that there's been no changes or no significant changes, which has made me less worried after every scan. I haven't had a seizure in over 6 years, and I'll be able to do everything anyone else can. So I've made it to 20 now, and all the things that I was told that I might not be able to do at 14, they've now told me I can be able to do. It's changed my perspective of just being more open to the world. It also, in a way, gave a sense of reality, because when you're young, you don't really think about the wider world. But it sort of gave me a better sense, which helped me develop.